Okay guys, basically we're going to be doing B-site smokes on cache, just a few quick ones. Some of them are pretty difficult, some are pretty easy, but I'll try to move through them pretty quick. Some basic ones, there are quite a few ways to smoke walkway, but this is one of my favorites, just right here in between these two green pieces of grass, lined up against the wall. And basically you're going to choose this, this stoplight for the train, along with this line right here. Helps to have the help lines. Line it up and throw. This is going to be the walkway smoke. Very easy, very useful. This one does have a downside that the CTs can push through it and wait right here, so you have to be cognizant that basically, be aware that the CTs could push that. So that's one. On-site smoke, just line up right here at the edge of this cinder block and against the wall. Basically, you're going to kind of throw at the height of the tower light and splitting these 2 points in half.
Let's go, let's go.
It's going to be kind of right there. Throw that smoke in combination with the walkway smoke. You got a smoke sight. And basically, it's pretty easy then to cross into sight, where basically you can then cross right in with the smoke. But there are a few things to go over, a few weaknesses, because yes, if you do have like especially like an Opera in Heaven, they can, get lucky and see you, if this smoke doesn't land perfectly. So we're gonna go over a really hard smoke. It'll really test your ability to jump throw. You're gonna tuck into this corner with the garbage. You're gonna want to line up not right at the light, but there's a red stripe just below the light. You pretty much have to hit a perfect jump throw, because if you don't, it's gonna end up as being a second walkway smoke. So you can throw it, and then I'll kind of try to throw two different ones. Actually, they wound up both failing. That's fine, but you can see that that'll land on the walkway. What I'll try to do is actually do it right this time. Again, like I said, it's pretty difficult. You gotta pretty much throw a perfect jump throw. I don't even think that one was good. There we go. That second one should be good. Where basically that'll land on top of the box, and so that way you'll have these three smokes. Oops. That one's supposed to go a little bit deeper, like up there. Basically you have those three smokes to be able to get onto site, and it shouldn't be a problem after that. Basically what you will do though is, if you do throw those three smokes, it is going to be tougher for your guys coming out monster to be able to take this fight. So basically what you then have to do is, sorry, I was stuck. You do have to molly off the barrels, and that can be a little bit tough to do. Oops, sorry, I threw that a little bit early. Actually, I aimed incorrectly. When you do molly off barrels, it's good for your guys that are coming out monster, just to be able to help them take that fight, to molly this barrel spot, because then it puts the counter terrorist that's playing barrels in motion. That way they can take the fight while he's in motion. Another molly that you're going to want to know is basically, up against here and just kind of run. Or, I waited too long. This one's like barely any running at all. This is to molly short, but I missed it again. Again, it's like a very short run. Just aim a little bit higher to be safe. There you go. Molly short just like that. So you aim above that telephone pole and run just a little bit, little short run, and then lob it over. There's a wallbang spot right here through these through this plywood that you can hit the CT crossing on short. So be aware of that. It can be spammed with AK or op. And then like some other basic ones is that you can smoke heaven a few ways. You can aim in the middle of this triangle. That'll smoke heaven. You can get up on the rail, just kind of run a little bit. That was actually bad. You're supposed to hit it off the door. Usually I just throw the safe one where you're not running. You don't want to throw along the rail. You want to throw it to the left of the rail. Kind of like that. Now we want a little deep. Basically, you get the idea. You can also do the same thing with mollies. For barrels. If you're gonna molly barrels, you can throw it basically over there. The one that I like doing the best is just coming right up here and throwing it like that. It's the safest and it's the easiest if you're gonna molly barrels. Flashing into sight, there's lots of different flashes. If you want to plant in the smoke, you're going to want to throw it off of that fence so you can get a safe plant in the smoke. Other than that, there are a couple other things that you can do. You can, like, molly the walkway, kind of like further up where the CTs are coming out. You know, molly off graffiti. Flashes, if you're flashing over monster, you want to throw them to the right. That way, when your guys are running out monster, they're not going to be blinded, because they're going to be facing this way anyways. You don't want them having to turn away like this to fight, so you want to throw them to the right over there, where the CTs will be blinded. Of course, these I threw a little bit too deep, because if you have a guy playing barrels, you basically want them popping like over there to blind him. If you're playing here, always utilize this pillar, that way you're not having to peek anything. Land right there. The smoke's probably the least useful, because you can technically just smoke monster just like this without even having to peek. Different things like that. And of course you can smoke, where is it? You can smoke monster from CT. It's the bottom right corner. Aim right there, and you're going to release. Of course I missed it. I wonder if I have the wrong corner. I never do this smoke because I just don't think it's that useful. That was even worse, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going on the wrong corner. It's this one. I don't think it's that useful, because I think that really, yeah, it is this corner. If you need to smoke monster that many times, it means that kind of some things are I don't know, kind of going wrong, because I think that you need more smokes on A than you do B. Right there. Actually focus and do it this time. Just like that. It's a pretty good smoke, you know, if you're needing to back them up. But again, that's from CT spawn all the way down. Other than that, that's some pretty basic stuff. You know, you don't really need much more than that for basic executes. A good one to know is being able to, sorry, I messed that one up. Being able to molly sewers from this side of CT, or from the CT side, basically. It's going to be in line kind of like with this corner of apartments or whatever is over there. Sorry, I threw it a little bit far, because some people, they want to run and jump throw like that, and I think that's very inconsistent. You can just stop and throw, and it'll be just fine, just like that. If you want to flash into connector, aim at the top of this, tuck into the corner. Oops, sorry, a little bit lower, a little bit below the top. Sorry. There you go. It's gonna pop right inside of connector. Other than that, that's basically it. So that is just some basic utility on B side of Overpass, and there's still a lot more advanced stuff. Like for example, you can do a smoke that is pretty much. Let me see if I can get it. I got bumped a little bit, but basically you can smoke off heaven from back here. I don't think it's that useful, because I think it's wildly inconsistent. Not really, you know, that great. I mean, that one went a little bit too deep. It's supposed to pop like kind of right here. But again, very inconsistent, very difficult to run, jump, throw, and you're not even aiming up. You have to aim a little bit lower. But other than that, that's basically it. So that's the B site, basic executes or basic utility on Overpass.